Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming.
What up, though? It's that nigga Mom, man. And we watching some more shit. Somebody creating something using AI, but like, this episode, a 90s cable simulator. This is interesting. Shit interesting to me, man. So, for y'all that don't want to watch it, hey, go watch some other shit. I got interest. I used to love technology when I was young, bro. Like, until it got so advanced and it put into the public so much, it fucked people's heads up. Like, a lot of people mentally fucked up because of the technology that's out here. They not outside getting any sunlight, you know, all that shit. So, you might be one of those people. I might be speaking to you, but I don't know. But regardless, I still love technology, but, you know, I haven't seen nothing innovative like that. You know what I'm saying? Until I looked at the last video with the BMO, then I see something say 90s cable simulator. So we about to see what this about. Before we get into it, like and subscribe so we hit that 100K today.
It's Friday night and the mood is right. Well, Jeff was put to an end and living
Cable TV in the 90s was cool and kind of weird, but it definitely holds a special place in television history.
Facts.
There were
music, everything was crazy back then. Cartoons.
So many generation-defining moments and culture-shifting events that it's hard to overstate how influential 90s cable actually was. Cable rose to prominence in the late 80s before rapidly falling off to streaming services in the 2000s, so 90s was kind of its golden era. I've been thinking about how much has changed about the media we consume and the ways we consume it, so I decided to build a 90s cable simulator so I could relive those moments. The idea came after I made a video about a broadcast television simulator I had built called Field Station 42. In the comments, people seemed nostalgic about features they remembered from 90s cable. I released the code on GitHub, and as people from around the world started using it to build their own simulators, I started getting a lot of requests for cable-like features. So I got on board, and with their input, we built it out into a full-blown cable simulator.
Okay.
In this video, I'll show you what I did, how it works, and I'll give you a tour of the 90s cable simulation I built. Then I'll show you some simulations that have been built by others using the same software. Early cable systems had a physical representation in the form of the cable box. This was needed because TV sold through the 80s only had 13 VHF channels, so the cable companies had these boxes that could tune through the full range of channels. After looking at some vintage cable boxes, I decided to design my own and 3D print it.
Think about it, I was so young, I wasn't paying attention to no motherfucking cable boxes. I was just looking at Captain Planet.
To make a functioning replica, it would need to house a number pad, a 7-segment display, the Raspberry Pi, and provide plenty of ventilation. I played around with the design a bunch, and it took a couple of prints to get everything the way I wanted, but it fits my Raspberry Pi 5 and the other components well. If anyone wants to print their own, I've posted the 3D models and instructions to GitHub, and I'll put a link in the description. Now it's time to connect the cable box to Field Station 42. I wrote a controller loop to drive user interactions and update the display. The problem was that the original broadcast simulator only supported channel up and down commands, but we needed more control here.
Hello.
At the same time, people over on GitHub were also hooking new things up to Field Station 42, like remote controls and other devices, so it needed a more complete communication mechanism.
Yep.
Base UI that lets you configure and generate this approach.
Look at all that. I would if I understood. You know what I'm saying? I have to go do a lot of studying.
Instead of using real channels from the 90s, I decided to make up my own channels in a 90s cable style, complete with their own bumpers, branding, and promo videos. There's a movie channel called Movie TV that plays feature movies and then plays trailers from 90s movies in between to pad the time.
now it's in my algorithm. They about to just be showing me shit, you know. But I'm be still watching music videos and shit. But yeah.
There's a channel that plays nature shows and war documentaries called Learn TV. There's a channel that plays cartoons and kid shows during the day, but switches to classic sitcoms at night. It's called Cool TV. There's another channel that just plays old game shows, and there's even a home shopping network. There's a channel that plays cartoons from the 90s all day, and there were some great cartoons in the 90s. At night,
that's super nostalgic, man. That's nostalgia dose to the brain for sure.
it plays more adult-themed cartoons.
He actually got a old TV.
There's a channel that plays classic movies all week, then has marathons of classic westerns on the weekends. Of course, there's a music channel, but it's not very realistic because it plays actual music videos all day. There's a community access channel that plays some wild and unexpected content. Anyone remember when there was actual personal ads on cable TV? That was a real thing. Work TV is one of my favorites. It plays science fiction shows, and building this channel reminded me that there were some amazing sci-fi in the 1990s. I found some old favorites I'd forgotten and several that I had missed altogether. The finishing touches come with the guide channel. I wrote it in Python TK, so it even has some old school look. It plays background music and flips through images and text messages. Overall, despite some lingering...
This wild. I don't even need any no more, man. This is a nostalgia
rough
overdose.
edges, the simulation works pretty well. Network sitcoms are playing when you expect them to be playing, and primetime dramas when you expect them.
Oh, really?
There are kid shows in the morning, and there are soap operas during the day.
Wow. He could just make money. He could literally make money off of them boxes. He can sell the boxes, but them bitches, that shit, I don't know. Is he selling them boxes? He sell the boxes. Motherfuckers will hook that shit up to their TV, be acting like they ain't got cable, nothing. They just enjoying commercials, all that shit. But he ain't got no commercials. He better add some commercials. That's what he need to do. Add the commercials. He got all that shit. He got all that shit.
There was some great content in 90s cable, but there were some downsides, and I put them in the simulator too. At night, many of the stations are flooded with commercials for 1-900 channels and cheap law firms.
Ask your parents before you call.
Some of the commercials are downright weird, like this 1-900 Cry commercial. The movie channels show adult-themed content late at night. Some channels go completely off-air overnight, while many of them switch to infomercials. The daytime talk shows are pretty terrible, with a lot of ideas aging like milk. I'm not sure these were helpful to anyone.
In that particular background of that daytime talk show looked like the set for Living Single first season when Khadijah was in, her office space. Look at that.
The infomercials.
Yeah, this shit look like somewhat.
Daytime talk shows are pretty terrible, with a lot of ideas aging like milk. I'm not sure these were helpful to anyone. Another observation about cable in the 90s is how much of the content actually came from the decades before. Reviewing TV schedules from back in the day show that a big portion of the content at any given time was recycled from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah, because we was watching, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro, nigga was watching Gumby, nigga, and I went to look at, where Gumby was from. That shit was from the 50s and 60s, bro, like, and we was watching Gumby, nigga. Like, let me be sure. I don't want to just be spewing on shit, but I don't got my phone on me. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I thought this was my other phone. Got too many phones just laying around. Let me see what that is. When was Gumby airing? 1955 to 1969. It was revived for new episodes. Oh, they came out with new episodes in 1982 to 1989, followed by extensive syndication in the 1990s on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, because we was definitely watching that shit. We was watching Gumby. Gumby was the shit, but whatever, let's continue.
Despite all that, watching this reminds me of all the new things that 90s cable brought and how it changed the way we consume media.
Get up and walk around, I'm going to become as big as a hippo.
All of a sudden, there was a lot of choices of what to watch on tons of new networks. It was definitely a decade of TV expansion and led to even further changes of the streaming media platforms we have now.
Yeah.
The cool thing here is that Field Station 42 lets you set up the simulation the way you remember it, the way it worked where you live.
Yeah, that was what's up.
One of the biggest things I've learned here through working with people all across the world on this is that not everyone had the same TV experience.
Almost 2 years. It's the curse I don't have.
That's true.
I've released all the...
Like Kendrick say, everybody got their own perspectives, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely grew up, you know, I was young as hell in the 90s. Shit, I was born 91, so I grew up throughout it, but I got a vague memory of a lot of it. But, you know, sometimes, like some shit like this, it hit me with that reminiscing, you know what I'm saying, hard. Like,
The software on GitHub is open source. Quite a few people from around the world have downloaded the code and made their own version. It takes a bit of technical know-how, but anyone who wants to can try it out. See how this contributor from Israel set their system up.
Talking about reminiscing, I was really thinking hard about this shit. It's nostalgia. That nostalgia hit the nigga hard.
This guy's great work is what inspired me to print a cable box and add a lot of the features
Oh yeah, but we just gonna leave it at that, man. This is amazing video, bro. I'm gonna see if he's selling this shit. Let me see. He ain't selling the nigga. But Retro TV.
It's a great meme, but your voice doesn't quite match it?
We have a fix.
VoiceMod gives you over 150 lag-free real-time voice change.
This project was originally based on a video that was released several years ago on YouTube, but since deleted, where the creator talks through a system that they made. I want to give credit to that original video as an inspiration for this video and this channel.
That's what's up. Shouting out.
There are still some rough edges to work out, but with
shout
inputs
out
from contributors over at GitHub and here on YouTube, I'll keep working on it. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you might as well sell them motherfuckers. Sell them boxes, nigga. We gonna need those. You know, other old heads that wanna, you know, live in the matrix. But with that being said, like and subscribe. So we hit that 100K today. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mime, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them with torment snoring. Like you in your own home without